Evening, YouTube. Good evening, everybody. Good evening to you. One of the things you may not know about me is I love boxing. I really do. I really got to like boxing when I was younger because my grandmother used to watch it with me. And then when I got older, I got to love it even more because my grandmother kept watching it with me. And then I got a chance to just like the sport because I like some sports I just like. So I just grew to love boxing. So I haven't been following every step of the way of Deontay Wilder's career. I followed him at the beginning of his career, at the beginning of his professional career. And then I became more interested in his stats because he was going to fight Stiverne. He was going to fight Bernard Stiverne. Now, let me tell you something. I can tell you definitely that myself, if I were a professional boxer, I would not fight Deontay Wilder. I don't care how much money a promoter has to offer. If I were a professional boxer, I would not fight this guy. This guy is not human. This guy was given a few demons from the Mason Mosque, from the Mason Lodge, where he is an affiliate. This guy is laced with Egyptian demons. Like, this is not, I would not fight Deontay Wilder. Do you guys understand what kind of power Deontay Wilder is not a boxer. That's the number one I would use to say I'm not gonna fight this guy. This guy is not a boxer. He has no form. He has no technique. He's just a street wild cat. This is an Egyptian cat, an Egyptian wild cat. I would not fight. Look at that. I would not fight that. Yo, I don't care how much money a promoter has to offer. You fight Deontay Wilder, you're not coming back into the ring like you used to. Yo, look at this guy. This guy is about to lose his head, dog. Deontay is going to bash your head. Your arms are not long enough to get a punch in. Deontay has never gotten hit the way he should get hit. The power of your punch is not going to reach him. It's not going to reach him. I don't care if he's Nigerian. I don't care where he's from. I'm telling you, he got a few Egyptian demons on him, wherever he's from. This guy is a street cat. He's not a professional boxer. I would not fight Wilder. Wilder is wild, yo. This guy will knock out your head like... I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I am into boxing. And I know, like, when Stiverne went to fight him, I was crying. I was crying for good. I was like crying out of pain. Because have you ever had your favorite boxer in a ring and you know your favorite boxer is never coming out the same? Like, that's something to cry about. Yo, I was in tears. I was not having that. Yo, that's a lethal weapon. That's not no boxer. Look at that. He's going to mash your head up, man. Like, he got a few sides in. If he could get like 5 more sides in, he's an unorthodox fighter. Exactly, Tig Evans. Hey, Tig Evans, how are you? And One Play 5, how are you? Thanks for joining me, guys. And One Play 5 says he's Nigerian, man, but 100% agreed. Too explosive. LMFAO. He says you got me crying. I'm telling you, I would not fight this type of cat. Like, I'm into boxing for real. Like, this is something I've been watching since I was young. Like, I've also been considering to do more commentaries on boxing. I think my commentaries on boxing, I will put them on my podcast, which is Black Men Tonic. I'm telling you, I would not fight. I don't know how much money these cats are being offered. Like, Louise is doing okay. Louise was doing just... Yo, let me tell you something, another reason why I would not fight Wilder. Wilder, before he punches you, he takes 2 steps back and runs with a punch. That's not boxing. That's like fighting a homosexual who's running with two arms trying to punch you. That's not fair to me, who trained and who got my technique, that I gotta fight a wild cat. Like, this cat got two Egyptian demons on him. This ain't no real fight. Yo, you see him running with that punch? Did you see that? I'm gonna play that back. You guys might think I'm playing like I know boxing. Like, okay, that's not fair. Look at him running with the punch. He's running with it. Look. That's a run. He's taking his run. Like, that's like a guy who's about to plunge. That's not fair. You taller. You got longer arms. For you to get a punch him, you got to do a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on that. You gotta go 1, 2, 3, side, punch in, go side again. You gotta knock him down. You gotta break his sides, because you can't get his face. You can't get his head to get him shook the way you should. Like, you can't, like, to get a fighter down, you really gotta get that hit by the temper there, like that, by the side of the head there, diz him up a little bit and follow that up. But you can't reach Deontay. Deontay's arms are too long. He blocks you. Like, when he puts his arms in front of you, that's not fair. That's not boxing. That's not fair. I don't think that's boxing. What do you gentlemen think? I think it's more like what you gentlemen think, because this is more like your type of thing. I'm just a woman, assisting this. In my own opinion, like, having loved this sport for a while and having followed this guy, I haven't followed him closely, but I know the first few matches he did, I was right in there, because I knew this guy should not be in the ring. That's like having, no, this guy is laced with demons. Not only is he laced with demons, have you ever seen Deontay Wilder coming into the ring, dog? Like, this is something to make you run and scared. Look at this. This is not no regular human. This is an Egyptian cat. This is not no regular Felix. This is an Egyptian cat, dog. This guy's, look at this, yo. Would you, like, after you spend your whole life training to be a regular boxer, would you fight this? This is a god. I would even say an Egyptian god, an Egyptian god or a demon. Look at, I would hate to be his girlfriend. Oh my God, can you guys believe? Look at the size on this dude. This is crazy, guys. Like, personally, me, if I was a boxer, I would not go into the rings with Deontay Wilder. And the second, like, I've said many factors as to why. A lot of I don't think he's a trained boxer. Like, his street style fight needs to go into the MMA or some other type of fighting styles. He's not a trained boxer. Like, for you to have been a trained boxer, to go into the ring with him is for you to get your head blown open. Like, most likely, most of the fighters that have gone into the ring with him, nobody can tell me these guys are coming out all right. He's busting them out. Like, he's busting them wide open. Like, what's the point of having the sport if all these fighters are getting injured? Like, I'm really concerned. Like, I know this guy fought my favorite boxer, and I'm not sour. I'm not a sore loser, because he did fight my favorite fighter. And I'm telling you, the best fight he ever had was with my favorite fighter, because my fighter put up a good fight. Okay, I'm stating that. Like, I like this sport, but at the same time, his arms are too long, and he's not trained, because he's taking dirty moves. Like, look at this guy, like, running. He takes 2 steps back before he punches another fighter. That's not fair. And then he puts his arms right in front of you, and his arms are so much longer. You know what I mean? Like, I really would not go into the ring with him. And lastly, the last reason I would not go into the ring with Wilder, the last reason is how he comes in how he's introduced, period. Yo, have you ever seen a Deontay Wilder introduction? That shit is scary. If I'm in the audience, I'm gonna run. Seriously, guys, have you seen a Deontay Wilder intro? Yo, he's coming out looking like a phoenix, like the cat, dog. Like, I would run. I would run. Okay, like the way he comes out like he's possessed with these Egyptian demons. I'm serious. Like, I would... And if I was his girlfriend, I would be so scared of him. I'm telling you, like, that man would get, like, I would not even be able to speak around him. Like, look at him. This is just a personal side note. Like, he is monstrous. Like, he's enormous, like gigantic, and he's not trained, so he's just a wildcat in the ring. Like, he's running with the punch. That's like when he takes 2 steps back, that's 4 or 5 times more lethal power in that punch than a regular punch. Look at this guy at work. This guy is punishing. Yo, that's your head. Yo, you see his head just dropped. Yo, I'm telling you, he's taking guys out. That's not fair. Did you see his head just drop? He could not pick up that head. Oh my God, that was... Yo, what if that's your favorite fighter in the ring? I've had my favorite fighter in the ring with this guy. You don't want to go through that. And I cried like a baby. I ain't gonna lie. I cried because that's my favorite fighter. I'm a cry, dog. Look at that. You see that head? Down, down, dog. Down, you down. He puts guys down. That's not a fighter. No, there is no fight. This is like watching a crime. That's like watching a punishment. This guy should be, like, in my country, because I'm from a country where we have dictators. Like, in the prisons, there's a guy with a whip, and that's the guy who beats, that he whips. He whips people. Like, you know, like, he got the whip, he cracks it. He's in charge. Because for you to beat up other people, you got to be strong. This guy should be the guy who beats up, like, who's that boo-woo. This guy's not a boxer. This guy should go into the MMA. This guy should go trained and go where he belongs. You know what I mean? You cracking guys' heads open. That's not fair. Yo, shout out to boxing. I love the sports. And in the name of the sports, in the name of the players, Deontay, please put the weapon down. You don't got arms, baby. You got weapons, baby. Put these weapons down. Doggone. This guy is knocking out. Look at his head, dog. Yo, out, out, out. Lighten out. If that's your favorite fighter at that moment, you know your favorite fighter is never coming back the same. That's not good. This guy is new. He don't got no training. I followed, like I'm telling you, when Deontay Wilder first got on the scene, I followed him. I know he's a father. I know he cares about his daughter. I know his daughter motivated him to come into the boxing ring, but you got to get the training. You can't be running guys out like that. Like this guy, yo, I don't appreciate this. I am really... Well, I thank you guys who watch with me. This is... Yo, and Ortiz Ortiz is a good fighter, and like me, like I said, like I respect Deontay's power, but I know this is no simple power. I'm telling you, this guy is possessed. He is possessed by at least 2 Egyptian demons. He's a phoenix. He's a freaking cat. Look at this guy, yo. Look at that. That's not a boxing, my nigga. Yo, I would not get into the ring with Deontay Wilder, and I would not care how much money was offered to me as a fighter. I would not sacrifice my skull to this demon. And yo, I've said it all. He's not a trained fighter. He's not playing fair. He's like if you was playing basketball and you walk with the ball, wouldn't somebody call walk? Wouldn't the referee call some kind of a fault? This guy is taking 2 steps back before he hits. 2 steps back. That's hitting 4 or 5 times more than a regular punch. I would not go. Yo, he's destroying. Yo, he's damaging fighters. Yo, this is not fair. His arms are way too long. Like, way too long. He needs to fight guys with his arm size. Deontay can't take no punches. You got to understand, his size had never been tested. You gotta test him. Like if he's put to the test, he's not gonna hold. He's not gonna hold out. He's not an experienced fighter to where he's gotten hit. So far, he has not really gotten hit. He's got a punch or 2, but he ain't got that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 combo. He ain't never had it. So the fact that his arms are so long, he's been preventing other fighters from getting to him. If we can't get to you, we can't fight you. It's not about weight. It's about if we can get to each other. This is not fair. The Boxing Association, all of y'all, pull this guy out, dog. This guy is destroying fighters. Call me biased because he destroyed my fighter. I didn't even think my fighter was going to be able to come back into the ring ever again. When I was able to see my fighter come back into the ring, do you know how happy I was? I'm serious, dog. This guy had me in tears, and I wasn't even in the ring. Destroying other fighter. I mean, Deontay, honey, You look good. You are strong, but this is not your sport. If you want to make this your sport, you got to get training. You got to play by the rules. You got to fight people. You not just your weight class, but your arm reach. Like, this is not matched properly. Yo, these guys are short, stocky, I know, but it's not working. It's not working. It's not working. It is not working for me. I'm not happy with the way this is going right now. I would love to go to a Wilder. Like, I know this young cat is trying to get in the ring with Wilder. What is this young cat's name? Is it the Joshua guy? I'm not sure. But let me tell you something. That Joshua guy, he's going to get himself destroyed. Like, you got to be his arm reach. If you can't reach him, don't fight him. This guy is possessed by two Sphinx. That's what their names I was trying to remember. Not the Phoenix, the Sphinx. This guy is possessed by two Egyptian Sphinx demons, and he got them from his Mason Lodge. When he comes out with the whole crew. Like, I would just get the hell out the whole arena. But on a fun note, I would love to go to a Wilder fight. But it's got to be a good match. It's got to be not just a weight class. Look at this guy. Neck out, lights out. What if that's your favorite fighter in the moment? That's not fair. That's not fair, guys. Thank you for sticking with me. And do subscribe to my channel. This is the Haitian Voice. I am into boxing. I love boxing. Look at this. Like, if I was this girl, yo, this face right there would have me walk out the room like, or just silence. This is the silencer. You know, this is the Yo, this guy's shutting people. He's shutting these other boxers down. He's knocking people's lights out. And he's not trained. So he's just wild. He needs to meet another cat with the same arm size, same weight class, but also height, and arms matter. It's not just about the weight class. I know weight class matters, but the arms and the reach, all of that play major role. It's like having basketball and only having got one Shaquille. You got to have other Shaquilles to block Shaquille. Otherwise, it's no longer fun. Otherwise, you're just watching a massacre. All right, guys, have a great evening. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, which is the Haitian Voice. I love boxing. I'm hoping that I can continue to follow Deontay Wilder. I'm hoping you, Deontay, I'm hoping that you get the boxing, the technique that you need. I'm really hoping that you can find a fighter your weight, not just weight class, but your arms reach and everything else. And I'm hoping that Ortiz is able to recover, because I know it took my own fighter months. And I was following him on Instagram like, where are you? Like this is crazy. You just, I mean, the sadness that this guy is spreading is not even worth it. It's killing the game. It's killing the fun in the game, because it's fun when you're watching two guys, but it's not fun when it's just so not matched. It's not like the weight class ain't good enough to match with him in the game. We got to find a different way to do this. We either train this guy, send him to MMA, but he doesn't belong in a boxing ring right now. He needs technique. He can't be running to punch, and you know what I mean? Yo, don't forget to follow my my lives. I come on live every now and then. And thank you again for watching. Good evening, everybody. Bye.